Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Team Jesus Outdoors. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Erie Dearie. We're going to talk about when, where, and how a guy would use an Erie Dearie for walleye on Lake Erie. If you were to ask me, is an Erie Dearie the best lure to use for walleye on Lake Erie, I would say yes for some guys. No for most guys, but yes for some guys. The beauty of the Erie Dearie is there's pretty much no wrong way to fish it. You could cast the Erie Dearie and reel it back in. You can drag the Erie Dearie along, drifting with the wind, or you can even troll the Erie Dearie with your trolling motor. Back in the mid-90s, when I first started using the Erie Dearie, I had a 17-foot boat with a 75-horse two-stroke and a 12-volt Minn Kota electric motor. On most days, trolling Lake Erie was pretty much out of the question for me. My 75-horse Mercury wouldn't troll down slow enough, and my 12-volt Minn Kota was darn near useless half the time. So while that boat was a pretty good fishing boat, it was not a good trolling boat. So on days that the wind cooperated, I learned to use the Erie Dearie drifting with the wind. The small blade on the Erie Dearie doesn't take a lot of speed to get it turning properly. You can get the blade to turn on a moderate retrieve, or you can get the blade to turn while drifting anywhere from half mile an hour to over a mile an hour. Much like a crawler harness or any other live bait presentation, the Erie Dearie does not discriminate. Just about any species of fish will hit the Erie Dearie. This can be kind of a bummer, as in the summertime you can spend a lot of time catching non-target species, but it can also be a good thing when you've got newbies on the water with you, or if you've got your kids on the water. There's always a species willing to hit live bait. It's tugging, dude.
All right, cool.
Whatever it is tugging.
Lake Erie.
It's got to be a drum. You see it?
There it is right there.
Is it a smallie? No, it's a drum.
Ah, yeah, look at that.
Big old drum. I got this ain't a walleye. Yeah, it's a little baby walleye. I got him.
You gonna flip him? Well, we're on the right species now. This, here we go.
Little fella. Erie Dearie Walleye. Leave a comment in the comment box below with your experiences pulling Erie Dearies.
Doesn't feel big.
That's good. That's a better chance it's a walleye.
What?
It's a better chance it's a walleye then.
They're, what type of walleye?
Okay. Staying down.
Yeah, he is. Bringing him up, though.
That's a nice walleye.
Yeah, baby!
That's a real nice walleye.
Woo! I gotta be careful there, I might lose it. Erie Dearie. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing I kept over the net. On the Erie Dearie.
That's a decent fish right there.
Yeah, sure. play it up.
You can fish the Erie Dearie on just about any equipment you have access to. Spinning rod works just fine. Bait cast works just fine. Even a spin cast reel will work just fine. The Erie Dearie is perfect for the guy whose boat is not set up great for trolling. So whether you have a bow rider, maybe you've got a small aluminum boat with a 12-volt trolling motor, if your boat is not set up well for trolling, drifting an Erie Dearie can be super effective for walleye. If your boat's set up well for trolling, then Erie Dearies are probably not going to be your go-to bait most of the time. But even as well as my boat is set up for trolling, there are days that I find an Erie Dearie to be pretty effective. Friends, an Erie Dearie is by far not the most effective walleye presentation there is, but it's certainly a good bait to have in your arsenal. There are times when it can be pretty effective. Hey guys, if there's anything I didn't cover in this video, leave a comment in the comment box below. Today on Erie we had a north wind, so I knew the wind would drag us at a pretty good clip. So with the wind dragging us at about a mile an hour, the Erie Dearie was pretty effective. The downside of the Erie Dearie is it does not discriminate. It catches a lot of non-target species. So today we caught a lot of drum and white perch. We even caught a yellow perch. But the Erie Dearie is something you want to have in your tackle box. Perfect when you're fishing with kids too. It gets bit by enough non-target species to keep the kids occupied. Last night at church, my worship pastor mentioned something I think is worth a mention to you guys. If you're not sure about Jesus Christ, pray to God and ask Him to show Himself to you. Ask the Lord to show Himself to you, and He will make Himself known in your life. Friends, if you have questions about spiritual matters, or for that matter, if you have questions about any of the things that we've talked about in this video, I'm going to leave my email address in the description of this video. Feel free to email me. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Team Jesus Outdoors. God bless, tight lines. We'll see you guys on the water.